Hi everyone. Thank you so much for buying my budget. This was a labor of love. I really spent a lot of time customizing it. I hope you all enjoy it. I'm excited for you all to embark on this financial journey. I hope you are able to save as much as you would love to. This will help you track all your expenses. This follows a zero-based budget, which is how we budget. I'm going to show you how to use it. Thank you so much. So first thing you're going to do, this is the annual budget. This is just a dashboard overview. All these numbers are going to pull from the individual monthly tabs. So doesn't matter what month you get started or you start your budget. The first thing you have to do is you will have to log into January. No matter if it's April, December, you need to add your categories into January. All the other months will pull this over, but you need to start here. So let's start adding some categories. We got mortgage. We don't have to add projected because this is January. This is just to pull over our data into the forthcoming months. Boom. So we have mortgage. We have HOA. This obviously depends on your expenses. I'm just giving you an example. So whatever, and you'll see that we are in April, so I will pretend that I bought the budget in April. I will still go in January tab and add all my categories. One thing to note is when you do get started on your budget, and as you can see, it all pulls over. So you'll notice that all these are blank. Once you start adding more into January tab, it will pull over into each month. Let's add gas, just to give you guys an example. And now gas is showing. March pulled over, each month is going to pull over your category. So that's why you need to start in January. So we'll pretend we're in April. We need to add all our projected. I'm just going to add whatever numbers I see fit here. Okay, after you add all your categories in your January tab, you're going to go to whichever month you're starting your budget. You're going to add all your projected. One thing to note is anything with a box, you cannot change the drop down. You have to leave that one. All the formulas that are going to pull from your into your summary tab, they need to know what to pull. So anything with the box, just don't change those. So any debt you have, let me add some debt actually. Okay, so anything new for the month or any months going forward, you need to make sure you add them into January. So now it's going to pop up here. So car payment, 500. Once has a box as well. You can change all these other ones. You can drop down, you can change anything else here. The only ones you can't change are the ones with the box. Just side note. Okay, so now you add your income. Totals at the bottom, and we will, let me just do this the easy way. And all your projected will add up here at the bottom, 5,335. Okay, perfect. And you will see here that your needs are for 4835 and your debt is 500. This will calculate obviously into like a percentage to your, once you add more numbers, you'll see your data kind of populate up here. Okay, so after you add all your income, your projected amounts, you can Then it'll show you, this is all based on a zero-based budget. So here, if you're in the negative, it'll turn red and that means you're over budget. So we have $2,665 left to give it a job. So let's assume that is all of our expenses. Obviously it's not, but let's just assume. What you're this is where you're going to track all of your expenses. You're gonna, whatever date, maybe April, in the category, we have mortgage. So whatever categories you enter, they will pull here. And then the amount, I pay 2,100 for my mortgage. However, this is an example I'm using. I pay 700 to property taxes. I save it in a vault every month, so I fully expense 2,800 in whatever notes you would like. And let's see. So another thing to mention is here we have our savings description already. All this information, all these category descriptions for your savings, they pull from the savings tab. So whatever you enter here will automatically pull each month into your monthly tab. So you add your categories, you add your goal, your monthly, you want to contribute every month, and then your starting amount. This will show you your progress, how many months till you get there, the date you're going to complete it, a little graph just because I love seeing visual items, so I like seeing my progress. This also shows the balance you have left and the amount you have saved. Pretty self-explanatory. Oops, what did I do? Okay. And here we have total save, to save, save so far, and left to save. So just some little summary for you. So that is pretty much where these numbers pull. Every month you, if you plan to save, you'll save projected here. So let's say you just want to do 100 everywhere. And then when we scroll back up, we will see we still have 1865 left over. Any retirement, you would just enter here. Now, retirement does not populate over. This actually is going to be colored. So you will not have to enter it every time. And everything colored pretty much has a formula or will pull over data. So anything that does not have a color fill, you will have to fill out. Everything that does, you don't have to fill out. These obviously you can, there's drop down so you could change that. So Roth, let's assume 500, 401k, no, 401k, I'm sorry, IRA, 500. So you keep going until your money needs a job is fully zero. Okay, so we need to actually assign a little more. I can't think of any budget, any expenses for some reason. Okay, fun and kids activities. Oh, okay, now let's go here and then add some money. Assume 500 and then we got 365 left. We're just throwing fake numbers out there. Obviously, this would be wants. All these are needs. And you'll see the wants categories change as well. They total up here. 865, 865, perfect. So now we're at a zero based for we have a job for everything that we've notated here. Once you go through the month, you would obviously do this in the beginning of the month. I added these check boxes because I love to check things off. And look what happens. So once you actually transfer the money to your bank, you don't have, I'm sorry, let me scroll down and show you. So I like keeping my savings transaction separate than my normal transactions. I just like to see those totals. So let us put a date. And then your category, these are all your savings, and you also pretty much everything entered into your savings box and your retirement box will appear. So there's our Roth. Let's note down. And then you'll see actual difference. It's already deducted. And then you just check it off and it clears and it marks, it strikes it. That's so cute. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, so after you add all your transactions expense transactions will go here, and your savings and retirement transactions go here. And then I pretty much pay everything on put everything on my credit card. So I put on my gas, household, groceries. So I like to keep track of when they're due. And then obviously when they're paid, check it off too. So we have one main credit card. Oops. I'm not spelled today. And then the date that it's due, usually it's around the 10th. It's usually around like $3,000. And this just is just for your knowledge. Just so I like to keep track of when my payments are due and just to make sure I know when to pay them. You can also add your due dates here when you have any car payments or debt or anything like that. So after you do that, you track all your expenses and you'll start seeing your graphs pull up. And then money spent so far is pretty much whatever you've tracked on your transaction list for expenses as well as the savings. And then money left to spend. So this is just money that needs to be tracked. So once you start adding to your transaction list, this will go down. It'll be in the red until you're zero. You're fully until you balance out. So it'll turn green. And let's see. So that is the main monthly tab that you will add to keep track of your budget. Oh, I also have this cute little network tracker, and I'm going to go through it with you just so you can kind of see how to play with it. Let's assume we have any money in here. That's too much. So if you own a home, if you have any equity on the home, so let's say your house is valued 750, car value 20,000. Obviously, you can pull those numbers from your own system. A joint tenant, that's a joint investment account. Any 529s if you have any for the kids. Think just throwing numbers and your individual account. You just add everything you own here, all your assets. And then if you scroll down, all your liabilities, you would add here. So this is what you owe on your mortgage. We're just playing with numbers here. Let's say if you have a car loan, any student loan, any credit cards. And then what happens is here at the bottom, it takes the totals. And then in January, this is your total net income or net worth. I'm sorry, total net worth for that specific month. And as you keep going and you add each month, you'll see the graph kind of move. And it's very encouraging to see it on a graph because you'll see your number kind of go up, 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 up. And that's why I really love about tracking your net worth. And this graph will show you, this is actually really, oops, I keep moving stuff. This is actually really fun to see because you'll get to the top. You'll see your liabilities versus your assets. So the more you add each month, you'll see your graph kind of grow. This is a mortgage and debt calculator. This is very informative. I was playing around with this for our car loan. So let me show you how to work it. So let's say the loan amount or even your mortgage. You could do mortgage or any kind of debt. This will show you how much interest you'll spend and save with any additional payments. Let's say a car loan, $20,000. The rate, obviously, they're pretty expensive right now. You would add the rate here. The loan length in years, they're typically about 5, I believe, for cars. And then what you're going to do, let me clear this out. This is not what we want to see right now. So whenever you want to start the calculator, you would put that date. Let me clear this off. So this obviously is blank. It does not have color on it, so that means it needs to be filled out. If we were to just not pay any additional payments, our loan, the total interest we would pay is 36.2014 over the 5 years. So what you're going to do is you're going to write this number that is total interest into this box. This is just going to calculate any additional interest you will be saving once you make additional payments. So if you want to make additional payments, you would just add however many you would hope to pay. And you'll notice that the total interest is going down. So this will show you your total interest saved and your original payoff date. And then now with the new the additional payments, you're saving about 3 years. You're going to pay it off 3 years sooner just by those extra payments. So I already showed you kind of the savings, but this is a really nifty tool. You will add all your contributions here, and then it tracks it for you. It'll show you, all you got to enter is the category goal monthly starting amount, and then all this is calculated for you. And that is pretty much it. Oh, let me show you the annual budget. Obviously, once you get started, you'll see more of these numbers populate. It's only pulling from April, so it doesn't really have too much to give you. So let's start here at April. And you'll see for the year, you have, this will show you your year-to-date totals. So once you start adding once it populates each month, it'll give you the totals here. And then any goals that you would like to have, you can enter them here. This is really helpful, especially for savings. So your savings will pull over all the categories you filled out on the savings tab will pull over here. So all this information pretty much is going to pull over from the individual tabs. The only thing you would have to fill out is your goals, and then it'll show you your progress so far. And that is about it. So if you guys have any more questions, please just let me know. But thank you so much, and I wish you to have so much fun to track your budget and just to see where all your money is going. And it's been so much fun ever since I started really budgeting. I've really enjoyed it. So let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much.